Hi, this is Dr. Bliss, and call me Dr. G. This is the first special project in the Bible Old Testament survey class. And we're going to be examining the issue of Cain and Abel. And I want to give you a little overview of what your assignment's going to be. And I'm going to want you to, you're going to have to think about this a little bit. I'm going to read a text from Augustine concerning the issue of sin. And we're going to be examining the issue of sin in a lecture that I'm going to give you prior to your assignment. But I want to get you to start thinking about this a little bit as we start this first unit in the Old Testament survey. So, reading from St. Augustine, he's talking about the self-deception of sin. Iniquity lies to itself either by corrupting the nature that God has made and ordained, or by perverting it. This is really important. Sin corrupts or perverts that which God has originally ordained. It lies to itself when it practices immoderate use of things permitted, or when it burns for things forbidden, to that use which is against nature. So sin kind of burns, it wants something that's forbidden, or it uses something in excess of what it was designed for. Okay, beginning to get a picture here of what Augustine has to say about sin. I have a little bit of a pink eye here, so don't worry about that. It will go away. It lies to itself when convicted. That's really important. Raging with heart and voice against you as it kicks against the goads, as it wants its own way, right? And so sin, both Paul and Augustine make it an kind of something that's outside of yourself, but it's inside of yourself. I mean, that's kind of weird, but it's sin, but it's something that's here. Okay, and this is so important in understanding what happens with Cain and Abel, because God tells, this is the first time sin happens. God tells Cain that he must get mastery over sin. So, continue with Augustine here. As it kicks against the goal, or when breaking through the pale of human society. And what he's saying there is the constraints that, that's normal. What's normal? Okay, and that's the constraints of human society. Then audaciously rejoices in private cliques or divisions on the basis of whatever they have been pleased or offended. So what happens is there's this kind of private clique, thing, and I see that a lot in public school, not so much in private Christian schools. There's some reasons why, but the little clique, right? The little group that you're an insider and you're an outsider, and we're cool because we're insiders, and you're not cool because you're outsiders. I don't know if the word cool is still used. But it's that kind of dynamic, but it also goes slamming into politics. And you're going to be, taking a history class likely with me. And it's important to understand that dynamic of, we're of this group and you're of that group, and you're an outsider and we're an insider, and you're bad and we're good, is usually based upon a misconception. Because it's usually based upon something inside the heart that is dividing people and not understanding, what is inside the heart. There's just a complete, so, and we'll get into that in the historical context, but you've got to understand this concept of sin projects in the Bible all the way through history. See my finger going there? All the way through history, right? So, continuing on. These things happen whenever you are abandoned, whenever God's abandoned, and whenever self-will pride comes in, and that people align themselves instead with something false, as opposed to God, who should be cherished, who is the fountain of life. So the hold to this position, the hold to this position, the hold to this sin, and not hold to God, who's the author of life. And what is the commandment of the creator of the universe? Right? What's the commandment of the creator of the universe? To love one another. But Christ adds to that, to love others as I have loved you. And wow, I mean, whoa. If we actually think about that, it's like, whoa, to love others as Christ has loved us. But, we're not getting into that yet. We're just dealing with the issue of sin. So, this assignment, look forward to it. I'm giving you a little bit of a background. Each unit, I'm going to tell you what your assignment's going to be. There'll be an introductory video to that unit. And then there will be and this is the introductory video for this unit. And then there will be a particular video for the assignment. And that will happen each unit as we go through the process. There'll be a total of 20 videos you'll be watching. You'll get to, love my shirts, right? I'll try. They're all buttoned down, right? They're all buttoned down. But, I'll change the color once in a while. Okay, guys? Really enjoying this process. It should be fun. God bless.